Is the video even on, Daddy?
It's on, but we don't have anybody in here yet.
What?
Okay. It might be a while, too.
Why will it be a while?
I don't know. You just never know with these things.
Wait.
Oh, is it trying to rain?
We might need to push the table in.
I hope not. Quit sticking your tongue out. Nobody wants to see that.
You can delete that part.
No, I can't. It's live.
Hi, Elsa.
That's forever on there.
Say hi, Elsa. Hi, Elsa. This is the best day ever.
Hello, hello. Had one and then they're gone. Then they're gone.
Okay. Now stay on, no way. I'm working on it.
You okay?
Now the next question.
Somebody just jumped in, Pips. 2 people jumped in.
What are you trying to do? Wait until everyone gets subscribed.
Hey, Mike. Mechanic Mike's here. He says, what's up?
Hi, Mechanic Mike.
Hi, Mechanic Mike.
You are?
I'm not Mechanic Mike.
You said you are.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Hey, there's Walker Farm fam. Eating worms and stuff.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. They ate worms the other day on their video.
Hello, Peppa. Now it's my turn to be outside.
So, how's everybody doing? We're good. We're good. Just hanging out with the dogs. Just got done with some dinner. Doing a little homeschooling. Doing a little recess time. Yeah.
Daddy,
What?
Are you doing the video now?
Yeah, the video's on. You want to show them real quick so you can go take your bath and get going? All right. Pippa has been practicing her scooter skills during recess today, and she wants to show them off. I told her we were doing a live stream video tonight, so she wants to show them off. Dogs, get away. All right, Pips, go.
Okay. I got it too.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Go fast. Good job. They loved it. All right, I don't know if you saw this. Look at my makeshift studio here. I really want to be outside. It's awesome outside in Oklahoma right now. It is fantastic, the calm before the storm, because the temperature is going to get horrible tomorrow. The weather is going to get horrible. And last week we did it outside, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't bug anybody, and it was great. So, but the only thing is it was real grainy, and I think it's probably still going to be real grainy this time. But I brought a shop light out, my studio light, to try to help with that. So, love the videos. Thank you. Pippa, they really liked your scooter skills. Everybody was so excited. She goes, yes. Hey, Okie, what's good? Not too much. I'm a PE teacher. Tell her great skills. Yeah, well, I guess I'm a PE teacher now, too. It's crazy, crazy, crazy.
Daddy, you're a principal.
I'm a principal? Yeah, you're right. I am the principal. Cold front moving through the lower part of Oklahoma at the moment. Ugh. Auntie Ann's here.
School over summer.
Mr. Watson's here. Mr. Watson said looks real good. Careful with that power cord. We'll all go tumbling down. Mr. Jamin, are you rich? No. No, I'm not. But I did say ask me anything. That was a good first one. We are far from rich. Rich in life. How about that? We have a really good time and we feel rich and blessed in the things that matter most. So roughly how long until you break ground on your parents' house? That's a great question. I spent some time on the phone this morning with the architect about several projects, and my parents' house being one of them. He just has 2 minor little things to do, but it seems like the world has, come to a screeching halt. So getting him to finish that up has been a little bit of a challenge. And then once the plans are finally done, we're going to take those to permit. The permit process here in the city we live in will probably take us a couple of weeks. And then as far as all the red tape and the paper side of things goes, we are ready to roll at that point in time. So my guess would be if I get the drawings next week, just kind of the way things are moving, probably 3 weeks from today, assuming we have the pad ready. But we have a lot of stuff going on up at the farm right now. A lot of things going. It's spring. So as far as if that pad for the house will be number one priority, I don't know right now, but we're working on it. Rich in family. Absolutely, Mechanic Mike. Did I miss anything? I've been doing virtual PE for my students. That is interesting. For real? That's like, here's what you should do. You should just give them a link to P90X or something and say, have a good time. I'm going to go plant the garden or something like that. That'd be funny. Hello. Payne family's here. Robert, Duke and his sister are doing great. Right now, his sister is at my feet. She now weighs 28 pounds. She's getting huge. Right, Pippa?
And it's pretty much hard to carry her.
Yeah, it's pretty much hard to carry her. And Duke's behind my shoulder asleep on the trampoline. Life is rough. Duke is rich. Okay, Duke and Honey, they are rich.
How do you know they're rich? Basically.
How do I know they're rich? Because they have you. That's all they need. And they have dog food every single day, twice a day. In a dog's world, it doesn't get much better than that.
And basically, Honey been almost trying to get up on me a whole day, and she's been.
Is she not letting you do your schoolwork? Do I need to send her? Do I need to suspend her?
No. She has been licking me almost all day.
True. Rich is a relative concept, just like a will. Been crazy. Can't wait to see the ridge expand. Yeah, I'm excited too. Got a couple videos coming soon that is a little bit of expansion, depending on how you want to look at it. They'll drop this weekend, or at least one of them will drop this weekend. Got a new toy, like I needed something else. Another project. I got a new project, so that's coming. That video dropped this weekend. Yeah, babe. Hurry. Oh, not yet. How are the raised beds coming along? Well, Auntie Anne, that is one of the videos or two of the videos that might drop this weekend. I think they're really cool. There is so much to do. We aren't just doing a couple of raised beds.
We're doing a lot.
Yeah, we're doing a lot.
Basically, almost like 20.
It's going to be a 4-part video series. I'm not going to bore you to death with, the ins and outs. And, well, I am, but that's why I'm doing 4 videos. But you'll see the first 2 videos fairly quickly.
Don't worry.
So you don't have to discuss it here, but what about the shirts? So that whole shirt thing, we had, I don't want to sound bitter. I'll just say there was some things that were supposed to happen with that that didn't come to fruition. There were some commitments made that didn't end up panning out. However, I was going to make it up to everybody at the meet and greet, but the meet and greet got canceled. So I actually already have a shirt designed, and I was getting ready to print, and then all this stuff just kind of hit the fan and pushed the pause button. But I did do a shirt for this year's meet and greet, and when that happens, I'm going to bring plenty with me for you guys for sure. I definitely know who contributes to the to the to the group and to the channel and comments and stuff like that. So we'll be taking note of that, and everybody who pays attention and all that kind of stuff. I promise you, I'll have a shirt for you, free of charge. It's on this guy. But to finish that, Wayne, I guess it's kind of good that some things did happen, but kind of bad as well. So, and then also just overall interest in that we didn't have as much interest. I think there was like 3 shirts, so that caused an issue. And then the reason why we only had 3 shirts out of the deal is because of some failed commitments there. So. Ooh, somebody ate ribs. Didn't call the rest of us. Walker Farm Fam, what's up? Do you guys like? That's a good question for you guys. Do you guys like cooking video? Like, I know Dutch has Dutch Eats, and some other people have shown you guys some cooking stuff. I've shown you some cooking stuff. Do you guys like that at all? I don't know if those get good views or not, but just curious. Just curious for some feedback from you guys, or is it just boring and show me at the farm, or what do you think? I'm behind, way behind. What part of Oklahoma is the Ridge at? Northeast Oklahoma, around the Tulsa area. Secrets don't make friends. Yes, a new toy. This was such a stupid decision, too, by the way. You guys, I hope you guys ridicule me in the comments for this, but it's a lot to do. Today, I sent my students YouTube links for yoga and 5-minute total body workout. Needed a change. Absolutely. 4-part series. Dang, you're going big time. Oh, yeah, because that's the way we roll here. We're just super big time. No, I did it in 4 parts because there's a lot, and there's a lot that's going into them. And I don't want to bore you. So I figured I'll kill you slowly rather than just sudden death. The only difference between men and boys is the price of their toys. That's a good one. Am I buffering? Do I need to go inside? I really like it out here. Up on the ridge. Yes, the shirts are up on the ridge. Is there really that many lives going on right now? Who else is live? Thank you, by the way. Do you guys like these lives? They're kind of weird for me. I don't get very many views, but they seem kind of awkward. because of the, the pause and the silence when you're trying to read comments and you're still trying to talk. And gas prices going down. Don't know about diesel fuel. Down 2 cents from last week. I filled up today for $1.54. My cooking videos never do as good as the animals. Yeah, I know it. And that's the fine line, like doing something that I find interesting versus doing something that you want everybody else to find interesting. And I guess there's got to be a balance of win some, lose some. But I personally love to barbecue. I'm barbecuing Saturday, and we cook all the time. But I don't know if you guys like that or not. Walker Farm Fam, you guys have a Traeger. I have a pellet smoker as well, and it's like awesome. I can set a brisket in the morning. Like I get up early to go work out every day, 5:30 or so, and I can set a brisket then, or on a Saturday when I'm going to go play at the Ridge. Get up early and set a brisket, go play at the Ridge all day long. Maybe have my wife check the hopper and make sure the pellets are okay, and then come home that evening and only have to wait another couple hours and it's ready to roll. It's awesome. Should we stop typing for a minute until he catches up? I'm sorry. YouTube had removed my Okay, I want to talk about that. Walker Farm Fam says YouTube had removed my notification for you. Hit it again. So this is a pet peeve of mine. And I don't know what to do about it. I have emailed YouTube on 2 or 3 different occasions. I have that they have either been no longer notified when something happens. They've been desubbed altogether. Some people have had to completely resub. And I don't know what the cause is. YouTube throws their hands up in the air and basically says, we're not doing anything differently. We're not suppressing you. But I don't know. Here's what I think. I've noticed a huge difference when I switched how I edited to Final Cut Pro. This is going to probably make some of you guys roll your eyes, but this is true. I switched to Final Cut Pro and from iMovie, and I did it like completely. I just jumped in with both feet. It's not like I did a practice. I just did it. If you can do iMovie, you can most likely do Final Cut Pro. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But when you go to upload from Final Cut Pro to YouTube, if you don't have it in the right format, the file size is way too big. And I think it takes up a ton of space on YouTube server because they then have to compress it. And I think that they have to work really hard to compress it. And I think when you're causing them more grief and difficulty like that every time you upload, I think they suppress your channel. And this all really started about the time I started using Final Cut Pro. Well, the last week or so, I figured out the difference in how I should be uploading, and my videos have been doing better. I mean, I had some videos. I've got 7,500 almost subscribers. I was really stagnant for a month, and I was getting like 300 views on a video, and that's fine and dandy. But from everything that I've read or seen or paid attention to, not really read, but paid attention to and seen, usually your view count is somewhere between 8 and 10% of your subscriber count. That's kind of the trend. Just like your likes typically fall around the 20% mark of your views of the videos. So I kind of play those statistical games. And when you have 7,500 subscribers and 300 people view the video, there's something wrong. And they just wouldn't admit it. But I think we're moving onward and upward now. We've gained we kind of got off of our little plateau on subscribers, and we're getting plenty more views. 6 lives going on right now. Lives are good. Yeah, I think they're personal. I think that they're great. When the live gets when you get such a big channel, and I think I realize like maybe why Daniel doesn't do them so much anymore and Dutch doesn't do them some more. I know Stony Ridge does them. He tries to do them once a week, and that dude's a great dude. I've had lots of conversations with him. I was texting back and forth with him a little bit last night. Josh over there, he likes it because he's all about. I mean, he's going to do everything he can to drive traffic to his channel, which he's a full-time YouTuber and should. But when the channels get so big, it's hard for the personal interaction. It would be cool if you could like invite subscribers to a private chat room. That sounds kind of creepy, but something along those lines of just a more personal kind of attitude towards the whole thing. When they're so big, those guys are catching like every I don't know 50th comment, and people are having to scream to try to get attention, and it's just kind of like whatever. What are your pellet smokers going to do when the world ends? Join the wild side and use wood. I do have a stick burner too. I've got an Oklahoma Joe. That pellet smoker is just so easy. Quit judging us. YouTube as a company is evil. They don't treat all their content created equally. I can't confirm or deny that, but you're entitled to your opinion, and to each their own. It certainly sometimes feel like they suppress freedom of speech, but when you're on their platform, that doesn't really exist. So the internet, you can say whatever you want, but when you're on their platform, you got to play by their rules. What kind of pellet smoker do you have? Thinking about getting one. I kind of have one that not a lot of people have. I have a Camp Chef. It's a Lux Pro. It's 36 inches. Maybe I should show it to you. You guys want to see it? Probably don't, but that's a horrible view. But yeah, and then I got my bling over here. Yeah, that's right. That's Pistol Pete. Go Pokes. But yeah, I love that thing. You got to clean them. You got to maintain them. That's probably the worst part about them. You really got to make sure they stay clean. Whereas with a stick burner, like Matt's talking about at Payne Family, I don't know that I ever have cleaned one of those. Maybe some ash out with a shovel just to make room for a new fire, but that's about it. The Payne Family, we stocked up 1,000 pounds from Sam's Club. Oh my gosh. Some people hoard toilet paper. We hoard pellets. So I went to Costco again. I went to Costco today by myself, and I don't do that very often. And there's a reason why. I spent way too much money. I got so much crap. Like, we order groceries online, and there's just some things that I don't want to buy from Walmart, or you can't get from Walmart, and so you have to go into the store. Well, Amber's home with the girls, and I want to limit their risk of being out in the world, so I'm trying to do all that stuff. I mean, the meat aisle, the frozen food. I spent $498 at stupid Costco today. So ridiculous. I can't export in pro quality from iMovie, or it'll be way too big. Exactly, yeah. And YouTube will suppress you big time if you try to do it. Thank you, Mike, for the smashing the like. Yeah, big lives are no fun. Yeah, I agree. No offense against the channels. It's just nature of the beast, but it's hard to. I like to listen to them talk, but I kind of quit trying to get everybody's attention. True, it's really hard to keep up with the large channels. Private chat room, tell me more. Well, hello, all you cool cats and kittens out there. Annie Ann, did you watch Lion King or Tiger King? Lion King, Tiger King. We keep wanting to do another live, but since homeschool started, I haven't brushed my hair. That's so funny. Oh. So my wife is probably the opposite of that. She's a little regimented, and it's funny. I give her such a hard time. She still goes to bed at the exact same time. She still gets up right after me and starts to get ready so that she can then go get the girls up and get I mean, she's like, we're going. I mean, we're staying on our schedule. We're doing this and doing that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, just relax. They're 4 and 6 for crying out loud. YouTube is supposed to have a chat feature on the new member thing, but it's not set up yet. I'll have to look into that. Go Pokes, absolutely. Walker Farm Fam, I got to ask this question. Hopefully you're still with us. Yeah, you are, I think. Are you guys a Braves fan, like Atlanta Braves fans, or is that a kid's sports team, or what is it? I saw that shirt in your last video of you eating the worms, and I'm a huge Atlanta Braves fan. If you guys haven't seen Walker Farm Fam's, I think it's their last video. I hope it's their last video, where her son eats a worm. You should go do that. It's pretty entertaining. I use capital letters not to yell. It's just easier for me to read. Well, yeah. I use it to try to get attention. Holy cow, I thought I spent a lot at the grocery store. I know, it's stupid. Auntie Ann, please tell me you watched Tiger King. Nope, I haven't watched it yet. I'm a little scared to now. Don't watch it. Like, go to the last episode or something. It gets better into the episodes, but the first 2 or 3 episodes, just freaking get your popcorn ready. Gary is Atlanta Braves. Atta boy. Good deal. We watched every episode of Tiger King last night. Now that is binging. That's impressive. Well done, sir. Well done. Ranger is crazy, but it was awesome. Did he end up throwing up? I got to know. I know you kind of maybe took the camera off a little bit, but did he? I saw him get a little gaggy, but that was funny. Come on, ask me something. Ask me something juicy. Open book tonight. Update on Blackberry Ridge, and then I'll catch back up to the comments. But so what's going on up there? I don't want to spoil the videos too much, but I think I already have. We are full-blown. Spring has sprung in Oklahoma. And so we are full-blown into garden mode right now. Got several raised beds coming. We actually are building 26 raised beds, ranging in size from 4 foot by 16 foot to 8 foot by 8 foot to 4 foot by 8 foot. But there's going to be 26 total. Then we have to fence all that, and then we have to fill them, and we're doing some crazy stuff with that kind of crap. Then I'm still working on the shop. Marmy and Pappy were up there today and got the whole welding and metal area somewhat put together. We still got to buy a welding table. We've been checking Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist and stuff like that, trying to find a good deal on something. There's a lot of people selling stuff right now, unfortunately. So seeing if we can find a good deal on something for that area. And What else? The track hose back up and running. The dump truck's back up and running. In fact, I'm going to pick up more compost. I was supposed to go tonight, but Daniel left his. I can't even hardly get into it without getting upset. I didn't have the keys. We'll put it that way. The dump truck is sitting in the parking lot of my office, and there's no keys to be found. So he's supposed to be bringing me the keys in the morning, and then I'm going to try to go get some compost, assuming it's not pouring down rain, which there's about a 60% chance. So we'll see. So I'm going to be a truck driver tomorrow, which is a good, cold, wet day to do that. Work is slow. Work is real slow. So we are going to be bringing maybe the guys up to the land to really start knocking some stuff out. We've got to build an equipment shed where we're going to park Pistol and Pete and Boomer and the trailers and the Ranger and Cowboy, the other UTV, and Homer, the other UTV, the log splitter. We're going to get all that stuff out of the warehouse and parked into the equipment shed eventually. So we got a lot more gravel to put down. And so that's one thing. Fencing, we have a ton of fencing to do. We got to fence off the garden to keep the deer out. We've got to build a chicken coop and fence all that off. We are, we're going to be doing another video episode on the boulder wall. Now that the track hose been serviced and back up to running, we're going to start slinging some big boulders again and get that wall going again. Let's see here. What else? We got to turn over the field, all the rye and the fescue that we planted in the fall. We got to get all that turned back under and get it prepped and ready to plant Bermuda out in the pasture this late spring, early summer, so we can start building a pasture for horses. And then we got to fence off a goat area, goat paddock. There's so much to do. I mean, for those of you that don't know, we are basically starting this thing from scratch. It's 125 acres, and we are starting from like literally ground zero, pulling the first tree out of the ground. There was nothing here. We've brought in utilities and all that kind of stuff for this thing. So that's what we're that's the down low for those of you that might not know. Let's catch up on some comments. I was cracking up when Ranger ate that worm. Absolutely. Gary grew up watching the Braves in the early 90s. Yes, me too. TBS. Every single game was on TBS. Yep. Me and Gary need to hang out. I can promise you that. If you're a Braves fan, you're just automatically a good person. It's kind of like being a Cowboy fan, and being a Sooner fan is the exact opposite. I'm kidding, but not really. What's in the cup? Don't lie. I won't lie. I'll be honest. I have a little cocktail, a little bit of Sprite, a little bit of clear liqueur because I'm trying to not be so fat. So some Sprite and some vodka and a little splash of rum. He hacked and spitted for a while. Laugh out loud. Not a full all-out throw up. Which piece of machinery up on the ridge do you like to run the most? That's an easy one. Well, I don't know. Running the skid steer for me is like second nature. I just grew up working skid steers for a few summers. I mean, that's just kind of like I'm really, really, really efficient with the skid steer. So it's really hard for me to say that that's not one of my favorite. But I have a track hoe that weighs 50,000 pounds and is a 170 something horse motor in it, and I can pick up boulders the size of a Prius. It's really hard to say that that's not the favorite thing to run. There's a higher chance of me killing myself in the track hoe than there is in the skid steer. So I've got to slow down until I just need to stay slow down in that thing. But so I've never operated a track hoe until 2 weeks ago. I mean, you guys saw the very first time I've ever sat in a track hoe. So it's been fun just getting to learn that and do that. And it's all joystick now, and feet have been completely taken out of it. Feet have even been completely taken out of skid steer operation. And back whenever I was really good at skid steers, you used your feet as much as you used your hands. It's spitting rain. I may have to switch my location here. Probably not good for my computer. Let's see here. How well do you cook your steaks? I like mine nice and juicy. I hear you, but I probably am medium to, pretty much medium. I'm going to run inside real fast. Take you guys with me. Grainy, but it's raining. I am definitely medium. I don't like medium rare because of how chewy it gets. But I still like a really solid pink center. Holy cow, 26. I'm assuming you're talking about the beds. Yeah. It's a quite the undertaking. I don't say like that to be braggadocious. I mean, like that. Like, what the heck have we gotten ourselves into? It's like we're gonna sell vegetables if the end of the world happens. We're gonna be able to feed our town or something. I don't know what we're doing, but it's crazy. Pistol, yep, you're kind of right. I mean, we did name the track hoe Boomer, so it's really, really hard to say that I like Boomer, but yeah, I thought naming all the machinery would be funny. How are your parents handling this lockdown? It's like nothing changes for them. My mom she doesn't work. My dad's work is all over the U.S., so he usually flies quite a bit for his job, but that's completely shut down. Not due to government or anything, but his company policy. So he's had to travel once since they moved back to Dallas. Other than that, he's been able to be here. And so he goes out to the barn every day and handles work. He sits at the little desk out there and handles conference calls and takes care of what he needs to take care of in the morning at home. And then he goes out to the barn and he's there the rest of the day. He's in heaven. He's loving it. I mean, he's no longer bored. So he's good to go. And then sometimes mom tags along with him and sometimes she doesn't. Here doing the beds lately, she's been going up there quite a bit. And then she helps us out with the girls when we need it. And she helps out my little sister with her daughter as well. So it's awesome having them here. Well, hello, Mr. Josh. Cityfied Redneck. I haven't seen you in a while. How's the Ridge? It's great. You missed a lot of me babbling. Oh, Walker Farm Fam, really? Sooner? Surely Gary's not. He's too good of a person. I had to get my compost after all the rain. Basically, we hauled in mud. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm afraid of tomorrow, too. Mechanic Mike, whoa. What are you using for fertilizer? We got mushroom compost from Miami. We just dropped a video on, was it yesterday? No, Tuesday. That was about all that. But basically, we went and I went to Wagner and we're buying bulk compost. It's basically hay and cow manure that's been there for 30 years. I mean, this is some black stuff. So we're loving that. Narrow Way, hello, welcome. I'm great. The Payne family, Gary got some horse poo from the Briar Horse Stable. I'm glad I read that out loud. Roll Tide Roll, Jeff means. Oh, wow. Roll Tide Roll. Well, I can't even argue with you. They roll, roll, roll. They roll right over all these Oklahoma teams. That's for sure. You Sooner fans, what's the deal? How can you be a homesteader, call yourself country, live out in the sticks, and be a dadgum Sooner fan? There's nothing but prissies. I cannot believe all these homesteaders are Sooner fans. It blows my mind. Another question. How long can I keep the track hoe after I borrow it? If you can haul it, you can borrow it. I can tell you that much. And good luck hauling it. 50,000 pounds. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. You might have the equipment at the water department to do that. Medium here too. Medium is my favorite. Good deal. Good deal. Medium rare. Oof. Medium rare. Medium is too tough to me. Really? It seems like the less it's cooked, the chewier it is. Just hear me out. Marinate your steaks in French dressing. You lost me there. You lost me. It will change your life. My uncle used to own Thomas and Pryor back when it was amazing, and that's what he used. It's so good. My dad is a French dressing nut, so I might do that for him and see if he likes it, but you lost me there. I know I named it Boomer, and here's why. It's funny, and all you Sooner fans are going to get a kick out of this. So Boomer is bigger. It's got a big boom, right? It's an excavator. It's a track hoe, so, that works. But it's the big brother. Every other tractor on the farm looks up to Boomer, looks up to the track hoe. And so every other tractor on the farm is also named after an Oklahoma State theme with all the orange and black because we like Kubota. Well, it's just funny that you name the biggest thing there Boomer because it's the older brother to the cowboy stuff. I don't know. Maybe I think that's more clever than you guys do. Mr. Crocker, how are you, sir? We just we're talking about barbecuing and cooking and steaks, and I know you do a bunch of that stuff too. I loved Thomas's restaurant in Pryor. I've never had it. I've never heard of it either. I'm going to have to look into that. Although I guess you said it's changed now, so. I've said this before. It's absolutely awesome to see you and your mom cut up and your family helping out. Yeah. Yeah. We love each other dearly. Here's the problem. My mom and I are too much alike. We'll tell you how we feel. We tell you how it's going to be. And when there's we'll get along great. We'll get along great. And then there's probably going to be once every other week or something like that when we collide. And it's funny. We can just blow up and do whatever. And then 5 minutes later, we're back to like nothing happened. It's quite entertaining. I'm hesitant to film it. You guys have seen her like throw stuff at me and hit me with stuff. That's not even the juicy stuff. I can promise you that. So, but I'm hesitant to film the juicy stuff because I'm afraid it might not be taken in the right light. And if somebody sees that, they'll be like, these people are about as dysfunctional as it gets. Go Pokes. Just JS. Just silly. Just kidding. Yeah, whatever. Hi, new to your channel. Just starting to binge watch your videos. Great content. Well, thank you, Grandma Jay. We are saved by grace. Oh, my gosh. Mike knows where it's at. I'm sooner born, sooner bred, and when I'll die, I'll be, oh, my, I'm not even going to finish that. How many hours are on Boomer? Where did you find it? Okay, that's a good question. Boomer has, I think, 9,000 hours. It's got a lot of hours. But the mechanic, like I said, he looked it over and runs good. When we bought it on an online auction, actually, it came out of Mississippi. There was a ton of pictures. There was a video. We got a good look at look at that. Right there. The dogs are up on the deal. We had an opportunity to talk to the people. We had a ton of videos and pictures of the undercarriage. The undercarriage is really something you got to look out for in those things. But we're just using it for farm use, so it's not like I plan on taking it to my job sites or we're going to start an excavation company. So the hour count didn't really scare us too much. But the big thing that it had that we wanted was the thumb. It had the hydraulic thumb, which is a big deal, especially when grabbing all those rocks. So that's why we did what we did, and we kind of had to buy something with that many hours so that it fell into the budget. So got chicken on the brain today. Not sure I understood that explanation about Boomer, but okay. Yeah, I kind of botched that. Basically, I thought it would be funny because everybody says Oklahoma is the older brother to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is always the stepchild, all that kind of stuff. And all the other farm equipment would be the stepchild to that great big track hoe, and he would be the older brother of all of them. And so it was, and all those other ones were on the Oklahoma State theme, and so it just made sense to go with Boomer. Whatever. I was fishing, but it works. Boomer. And don't say Sooner. I love your mom, and I've only seen her in a couple of videos. Yeah, she's entertaining. She's there's never a dull moment. Yeah, when she throws things at him. I love seeing your mom on the channel. Well, you guys need to say that. She needs to quit being so shy on the channel. Yeah, Mechanic Mike, I think if Mechanic Mike said, I get your parents and you're joking around. I think if anybody out there were to grab a hold of that sense of humor, it'd be you for sure. What one piece of machinery would be your most useful? That's easy for me. That would be the skid steer. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. The skid steer has attachments now that do everything. We're going to get a rock auger attachment for it for all the fencing. I can grade anything with the bucket. You can put a mower on the front of those things. It's got the high flow for the auger, for the mower. There is so much versatility with that thing. And you guys, if you watched that boulder video, you saw how much weight that thing can handle too. It picked up boulders. I was impressed. I was actually blown away at how well that skid steer handled those boulders. And it's not a small one, but it's not a big skid steer either. Like we bought the 75, Kubota makes a 95 that you see most of the time. And it's a bit bigger machine. And even the 75 still, I mean, it was awesome. It's fast, it's quick, it's zero turn. It's not great big, loops. I mean, you can just get it. It's got a high gear. It wouldn't be the best thing for every activity, that's for sure, but it is by far the most versatile. That's a good question. A track hoe has a boom, aka the arm. That's the other side of it. What comment did I not see? I'm not even going to go back. Cypress Blue. Things are going about probably the same as everybody else. I think Oklahoma is a little bit isolated to the coasts, but it's nuts right now. I've never seen anything like this. Probably, hopefully, never will see it again, but it's crazy. My brother is an OSU fan. Something wrong with that boy. He's a good man. Skid steers rule. They absolutely do. The tree shears like Daniel used. Loved that thing. Yeah, those things. I've never actually gotten to operate one of those tree shears. I worked one summer cutting wood. We were logging a section here in Oklahoma, and we were logging it for firewood. And one summer, I worked for a logging corporation and would go out with a chainsaw and delimb trees all day long, trees that had been sheared off with that attachment. And they would had an arm that would grab the tree, and then they would shear it at the bottom, and then they would pick it up and set it over. I take that back. I did run that thing. I have ran that thing. Sorry, he did let me run that towards the end of the summer. I was actually able to get in there. And those things are amazing. They're a lot better than wearing jeans, steel toe boots, and a long sleeve shirt and walking along and delimbing trees all day in 105 degrees. I can promise you that. Yeah, that's where they get you, is the attachments. I'm going to need you to bring the skid steer down and show me a thing or two on my new land. Oh, by the way, I got 400 acres since I saw you at the Green Corn Festival. Time for turkey season. Oh, nice. What part of the world, Cityfied Redneck? I mean, I know what state you're in, but yeah, is it around here, like where you currently are, unless you moved to your 400 acres? I don't think any of us has seen anything like this. If you don't like the French dressing as marinade on chicken or steak, I'll eat the worm next. Ugh. Yeah, marinate a worm. That in French dressing. Let that be your next video challenge. Glenn Okla, how are you? Love our 1979 442 Mustang T-bar and foot control. Cool. Now they have the machines that have the saw and turn it on its side and delimit also. I know, all in one. Yeah, those are cool too, where it kind of like runs them through. This logging operation was pretty cool. He had all that. Then he had a grapple that we would go back after we delimbed them all and grab the logs. And then he had this firewood processor like you see on those YouTube videos. And you load your logs on the side. A chain pulley pulls them onto the conveyor belt. A chainsaw arm chops them, splits the piece that you just chopped and runs it up the conveyor belt and dumps it wherever you run the conveyor belt into. So it was pretty big operation for firewood in Oklahoma. But that was back before the days of Outdoors with the Morgans. I mean, this guy was like the first Morgan. Do any of you guys watch that channel, by the way? When is the animals going to be up on the ridge? And what is going to be first? Questions from my wife. So probably first will be chickens. Followed by fully registered. The plan is to do fully registered Kikos, goats. And then once things settle down a little bit and we can actually start really enjoying the property for what it is, we will probably end up with, at first, probably a couple of horses, just some old retired trail horses that the girls can feel comfortable and we can all feel comfortable being out on. And you guys have seen a little bit of trail video. I probably need to do a trail maintenance video. I probably need to go clean up all the trails we've got and see how that's going. But and maybe reintroduce some of you who haven't seen the trails to some of the trails. But that's pretty much the purpose for the trails. On the trails, my mom we've mapped out a whole trail system throughout the property. My mom's given every trail a name, and it's a grandkid name, and it's cute and funny. And we got to dig a pond. We got to build a pasture. There's so much work to do. It's crazy. Need some of you guys to come out down and work like an intern. I need some interns. Henrietta. Oh, cool. That's not far from us at all. Like 25, 30 minutes, if that. Morgan's. I watch the Morgans. Good stuff. Yeah, it is. I'm always fascinated when I watch them, why I'm watching them. And I don't mean any disrespect by that at all. But it's just something about watching somebody cut firewood or cut anything or something about somebody cutting wood using power tools to cut wood that makes every guy like, huh? I got to watch that. What is that? And it's like, this is the same thing every time, and I can't stop watching it. And I really mean no disrespect with that at all. If you need cattle, we got you. What kind of cattle are you guys running? My dad runs the Tulsa stockyards. He could hook you up. Oh, cool. I think we want anywhere from 15 to 20 head. We want to just have enough for ourselves, obviously, enough to butcher and sell to friends and family, and the rest to maybe take to market or do whatever with, but right around the 15 to 20 head range. I was going to add money, no place to super chat. What's up with that? I don't know how to work these things, so I don't know how to add money to these, but that's not why I'm doing it. So please don't give me money. I just enjoy the interaction with you guys. I appreciate it greatly. I don't even know how to do that, but if you want to shout out, hit me up. I'll shout you out. Don't feel like you guys need to do anything like that to get my attention or anything like that. We will work for rocks. Mechanic Mike, they're here, buddy. In fact, I'm trying to finish a custom home right now. And they ended up wanting to do a retaining wall. And so I loaded up Daniel's dump truck and loaded up his equipment trailer and a couple of loads full and sent all those rocks over there for them to do that. So you have no idea how many rocks we have. Every time I stick that track hoe in the ground, I'm pulling rocks up every time. No doubt about it. So when we go to dig our pool, dig our pond, dig our foundations for our house, all that stuff, there's going to be a bunch of rock laying around. Henrietta is an hour or so south. Land is southwest near Bryant. Oh, okay. Okay. I like his Sawmill stuff. I'm a Sawmill junkie. We have thought about it, Wayne, about getting a Sawmill up where we're at. I saw Jason got one. Jason Crocker got one. I was really shocked to see that. Just because our lumber in this part of the world, now he's further east than us, so he may have some heavier, bigger trees, but in our part of the world, the lumber is really not big enough to mill into much. Especially where we're at, we got blackjack oaks everywhere, and those things they don't get that big, and they're just kind of hard, and nobody really wants those. So we have thought about it, but I think we've kind of landed on it's more trouble than it's worth, even though we really are fascinated by those things too. Money for the worm eating. Yeah, give her that. Let's see that. Have you heard of the McCoy and Hatfield Trails? Runs through several states and have cabin rentals. Will you be doing that also? I've never heard of that actually, but that's interesting. But yes, we will have trails for people to come out and trail ride on our property. We also intend on taking some trails down to the lake. And then it's kind of my mom's hope to build a little trapper cabin off of one or two of the trails. But I don't know about like staying the night out there or anything like that, or being able to rent the trapper cabin. I don't know. We'll see. But that's a good question. Did you ever file for? Yeah, I'm monetized. I did file for monetization, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I did file for monetization finally, and finally did get my first YouTube check-in, and that's a whole other video series or live video. We'll maybe talk about that in the next live video. What I'm doing with that money. Dang, we had 8 trail horses, and that was a lot. Slowly getting rid of them. 15 is a ton. No, I just meant 15 head of cattle, not horses. Horses will only have 2. If I misspoke there, sorry. We were so upset about not being able to be at the meetup and being able to get some of them rocks. Yeah. Just a bad deal. Just a bad deal. I almost titled this video, "Don't Bring Your Doom and Gloom in Here," just because I didn't want to have I just felt like last week we talked maybe a little bit too much about it, and everybody on YouTube is making end of the world videos. And anyways, so I just kind of want, I mean, it's here, it's obvious, it's what we're all dealing with, but I wanted this to bring some light to a bad situation and not sit here and, I mean, you could turn on Fox News if you want to hear doom and gloom and all that. So you're probably not here to hear doom and gloom. Don't spend it all in one place. The monetization money, yeah, trust me, I'm not. I got a pretty cool plan for all that, and hopefully it works out. Turkey season starts Monday. I know it. I know for sure I've got to have some turkeys on my property. I've just never looked. I've never chased them. Honestly, when deer season's over, I kind of quit running the feeders. I've never killed a turkey. I've been turkey hunting a couple of times. Some people are just fed up with it. I think Matt just absolutely loves it. I think Moorhead Bo, I think he's ate up with it too. I've just never gotten into it. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I think it would be awesome to go turkey hunting and shoot one and then come smoke it or do whatever, but I've never done it. So let's make a deal. All you wanting me to eat a worm, no money. But when we hit 1,000K, I'll eat one. I'll deal. I almost I saw you guys are close, Walker Farm Fam, on 1,000. I think I saw that last night. I'll give you a shout out in my next video. That will be the next video I film. I've got 2 or 3 videos ready to drop now, so it'll be in 2 or 3 videos from now. You'll probably be over 1,000 by then, but I'll help you out. I think that's awesome. Just got to enable your super chat in the studio, old son. I want to donate. You don't need to donate. You just, never mind. I'm not going to say it. Can you tell I'm excited? I can. And hopefully you'll be more apt to lend me equipment. Just got to haul it. Nope, don't even watch much TV anymore. Yeah, me neither. Oh, 15 cows. Yep. Collaboration, maybe. Hey, are you making some videos? I've seen you've got like a couple, Cityfied Redneck. Are you making some videos now? I'll do a collaboration with you. I've never turned one down. I wouldn't turn one down. So, yeah, hit me up. I'm ate up with them dadgum turkeys, but you like raise them too. So that just cracks me up. You've got all these turkeys in a pen, yet you're going to go hunt them. Let's just do what I said in one of your live videos. Let me just set up a blind outside your pen and just raise the net up and let me go to town. So close, 915 right now. Awesome, thanks. Well, I don't know that I'm going to be the one to get you there. I'm certainly not saying that, but I mean, every little bit helps. So hopefully it helps. Give us a teaser on your new toy. I had to take a drink of that to even talk about my new toy. It's old. And if you guys know who Taylor is and what his channel is about, Taylor Littlefield, Pure Living for Outdoors, it will fall in line with what his channel is about. Cityfied Redneck. I am working on them. I've made about 20, but can't seem to post them. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Matt eats turkey breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, I mean, he's got enough of them for it. Don't let him, Payne family. Did you see his gun safe? Willing to bet a few ARs in there. Yeah, I can neither confirm nor deny, Mr. Watson. Yes, come on. Backyard turkey hunts go viral. I'm telling you, I would play it up. I'll throw on full camo. I'll get one of those turkey decoys you hide behind, and my big old freaking shoulders and butt's going to be hanging out either side of that. And I will pretend to sneak up on a turkey and just stroke it with, in Mr. Watson's words, one of my ARs. I don't even think that's legal to shoot one with an AR, but that would be very funny. Very, very funny. Glen Okla, you might have that right. Might. Okay, guys. It's been over an hour. I appreciate you guys. Most of you have been here since the start of this, which is awesome. I have posted a few videos, but I don't talk in them. Oh, I didn't know that. I'm going to check them out, Mike. But it's been over an hour, and I need to get off here. So I appreciate you sticking around. I appreciate you staying with me. I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you have a great weekend coming up, and I hope you stay healthy. God bless you, and we'll see you next time up on the ridge.